This is Kyle Ackerman, founder of Datagenics, and I wanted to take a little bit of time and talk to you about the playing field that you're on right now, the B2B marketing and lead generation field. Now, I'm not some wildly talented or creative video whiz, but I have some information here that you're going to want to hear. If you can stick it out with me for maybe 10 to 12 minutes, you're going to learn about a competitive advantage that you've probably never heard of. This playing field is changing and you don't even know it. Even the speed in which this playing field is changing is speeding up. Here at Datagenics, we help B2B companies like yours identify prospects by name who are getting ready to buy your stuff, your products, or your services. I want you to think about your marketplace here for a second, okay? I think you'd agree that it's a defined or finite marketplace, right? And now, for the sake of simplicity, let's just say you sell some blue software, and just bear with me here. Each person who has ever bought this blue software went through a buyer's journey. They've read articles, they've read reviews, asked colleagues their opinions, they've used Google to learn more, or maybe even talked about it on social media, stuff like that. And your job is to seamlessly guide each prospect through this journey with your marketing strategies. However, according to a Forrester report, 68% of this buyer's journey is done before any human-to-human interaction at all. This is a major problem that most companies aren't even paying attention to. Buyers and consumers are educating themselves on their own much more than they used to. Problem is, you're in the dark about all of this, that whole 68%. Before talking to someone, you don't know how far along they are in their journey, and you don't know what type of message to put in front of them. So right now you're probably doing things like cold calling and cold emailing, sending LinkedIn messages, or God forbid, sending InMail, hoping to find someone who will just give you the time of day to buy this blue software or just chat for 15 minutes. Now, that's a really amazing picture here, but it's definitely not somewhere I'd want to be for very long. Now, I'm only scratching the surface here, but this eventually leads to burnt out sales reps, poor performance, and sky-high cost per acquisition, leaving you with no real strategy to scale or grow and to get to that elusive next level, whatever that means for you. Like I said, winter is coming and you probably don't even know it. By way of identity resolution, artificial intelligence, and machine learning, you can achieve a bird's eye view of all of your best prospects and you can know them by name. And you can know exactly where they are in their buyer's journey. You'll know who is in market and InFunnel, and I'm going to touch on those two in just a second. Bottom line is, there is a newer and far better way to do this, where every single resource your company has is focused only on the best financial opportunities, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Identity resolution is, just by definition, the process of collecting different persistent identifiers across devices to build out a cohesive, omni-channel view of your customers and prospects. So I want to ask you, do you ever feel like you're being tracked online? Yeah, so do I. Okay, now do you want to know how you can leverage that type of technology in your own company? Facebook and Google Pixel data is gone when browser history is cleared, so this is not what I mean. Do you want to know by name who your best prospects are? Do you want to know where they are in their buyer's journey? And do you want to know the right message to put in front of someone and truly achieve that one-on-one conversation with each of your best prospects? It starts by monitoring your in-market prospects. In-market prospects are people who are simply in the market for your blue software. They've already started their buyer's journey and we can identify them by name. Fun, right? So okay, consider these people the golden 3% of your marketplace. InFunnel it's where it really gets good now. All InFunnel prospects are in-market prospects, except these people are actively researching you, your company, and your product or service. They've been to your website, they've checked you out, and these are the people that your sales reps must be focused on. Imagine if your sales team was solely focused on InFunnel prospects. Wouldn't you agree that it would keep your sales reps motivated, hungry, and closing new business like rock stars? Would that lead to a lower cost per acquisition for you? This new playing field allows you to improve what you're doing now. It allows you to open up that faucet of more qualified sales leads and leaves you with a happier sales team, resulting in higher team morale, more new clients, more sales, more revenue, showing you a measurable return on invested capital and helping you dominate this new playing field, giving you the ultimate competitive advantage that is reflected in your profit and loss statement. I want you to think about this for a second though. What is winning for you? So on a scale of 1 to 10, how happy are you with your company and your role there? Now, it's different for everyone, just think about it. These here are just some very basic examples that I'm not going to dive into, but now think about what it would take for you to give a 10 out of 10 rating. Your answer equates to what winning is for you personally. It's different for every person, but it's the same for every company. Companies solely exist to earn revenue and to grow that revenue to a higher number. Now, what do you need to win? Of course, you need the right strategy in place and you need a competitive advantage. We believe you need to know exactly who your InFunnel prospects are and to swell your pipelines with qualified and sales-ready leads. Advertising costs are rising whether you run online ads with Facebook and Google, or meaning that you just have to hire more salespeople at a call center or something. Our goal here is to help you decrease that CPA or even help you increase the lifetime values of your customers so you can afford to spend more to achieve a new client or customer. If you could spend 2 times more than a competitor to achieve a new client, who do you think is going to win there? Now, to do all of this, you need access to something called an identity graph. One that is tracking 250 million US adults, collecting 40 billion pieces of data per day across 5 billion unique URLs, all in real time, just like the one we have here at Datagenics. This graph collects and analyzes this data to detect specific patterns, specific buying patterns that correlate with your very product or service. It then measures that prediction against the results to complete a closed-loop analysis and get smarter every second with machine learning. Facebook, Google, and Amazon have all been using identity graphs and identity resolution for well over a decade, and they've been doing it very quietly. Any company not leveraging this technology for their marketing and lead generation is at an enormous disadvantage. So, how do we do this? You've probably been thinking about this for a couple minutes at least now. To start, you'd need a segmented database of your marketplace. You might already have that in your CRM, or you can build your own with LinkedIn Sales Navigator, or you can purchase one from a vendor like InfoUSA or Exact Data. That database, that list, gets onboarded to our identity graph, and from there we can notify you and deliver a full record lead every single time one of those people lands on your website again without a form submission. You'll know who they are, where they work, their phone number, and potentially a lot more information about them. That's something that's discussed in a discovery call that is custom to your company. When you get that full record lead back, your sales reps can simply pick up the phone and call, again without that form submission. You can speed up this process by running online ads, something you cannot do effectively without an ID graph, because now we're only targeting your marketplace. So for every click your online ad campaigns earn, you will receive that full record back to your sales team, making sure they're only focused on the prospects who offer the greatest financial opportunity. No more cold calling. It's a soul-crushing strategy, and you know it is. Only warm calling here from here on out. Know each individual by name, know where they are in their buyer's journey, and be able to craft that right message and send it to the right person at the right time. So who's going to win here? Will it be you who relies on cold calling, emailing, and LinkedIn prospecting, or will it be me who can monitor every in-market and in-funnel prospect out there? If it's not you who's leveraging this technology, do you know who's going to be? It's going to be that other company selling that same type of blue software. So, if any of this sounds good at all, you want to chat a bit more, I'd like to offer a 15-minute fit call with you. If you've got the problem that our value proposition solves and have the characteristics of the companies we work best with, You could be on the verge of gaining access to a competitive advantage that you didn't even know was there. The truth is, 100% of your company's sales and revenue is going to come from that finite marketplace of people who can use that blue software. Wouldn't it be valuable to you to monitor each of those prospects, each of the in-market and InFunnel prospects? You got to where you are now with the strategy you're using right now. There's a plethora of information and strategies that neither you or I know about. I just showed you one today. In order to win, you're going to have to play on this new playing field or get left behind. Hit the button below and schedule a fit call. Pick a time that works best for you, and let's see if this is something that would fit well with what you're trying to achieve. Talk to you soon.